Hello, Rourke. I wonder how many people will watch this. All right. Oh, 9 people. $16 people. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna be cooking some barbecue tonight, so I'm gonna be barbecuing some zucchini here. Got some bell peppers. And I'm gonna be barbecuing those. And I'm also, and in addition to the flesh, to make some bread dough. If you're making bread dough, you need yeast, and yeast likes water. It likes water that is, it likes water that is like warm, but so I got a bowl here. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I wish I could, I wish I could adjust the quality, like give you guys a lower quality video and have it be smooth, but it doesn't. It doesn't work that way for whatever. I've got yeast, 2 1/4 teaspoons. So I got yeast, sugar. So, you ever notice how bread has yeast is eating the sugar in the bread, and then it farts out gas, which makes bubbles in the bread. So I'm going to feed sugar to yeast. Okay. So I'm going to put some cold water in there. Open the window. I don't think it's going to. What kind of making a pizza dough? Okay, so they're like hot tub. It's like okay. So that's what you want, because if the water's too hot, I'm pouring it in. Stir it up. So that's what it looks like right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a few minutes. And what we should see is that the yeast is going to get all frothy and bubbly. And if the yeast gets all frothy and bubbly, then that means that it's active. Okay. So now I'm going to do the rest of the bread. So I got a mixing bowl, got some flour, and I got to remember how much flour to put in, so I'm going to grab my recipe book. If I said I was prepping for barbecue, so I'm gonna I might do another live stream tonight when I actually do the barbecue part, but right now I'm just prepping. Okay. So I need about 2 cups of flour. Flour. I'm barbecuing vegetables, flank steak, and bread. So I got flour. Need a little bit of salt in there as well. And this is sugar. You also need some more sugar. So remember, the main point is that bread or yeast eats sugar and produces gas, which makes the bread fluffy. Okay, so you got to have sugar in there. And I'll put a little bit of salt in there too. All right, so that's in the mixing bowl. I'm going to mix it all up. And so let's take a look at the yeast here. See how it's all frothy now. See how frothy that is? Frothy. So that tells me, the fact that it's frothy, that tells me that the yeast is alive, and so I can pour it into the dough. All right, so here we go. All right. Well, I almost poured that onto my keyboard. So that's what that looks like. And I'm going to mix it up. And I'll try to show you the right consistency. That's not the right consistency. Look at this. All right. Put some more water in if this is too dry, so I'm going to put some more water in. So I'm kneading the bread dough. Actually, this is sort of similar to a naan bread, the Indian bread that I'm making. It's kind of like pizza dough. If you add yogurt to this recipe, it's going to make naan. So add some more water. Oh, you know what I forgot to add? Guess what, class? I forgot to add something, which is a little bit of olive oil. Put some olive oil in there. I don't know, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So I'm going to knead this, or I am kneading this. Tiny bit more water in. So I added too much water. It's a little bit too gloopy. And so because it's too gloopy, I'm going to add a little bit of flour. Still too gloopy. I'm going to add more flour. Oh, yeah. So look what I got here. I got a sticky dough ball. So this has got yeast. The yeast is eating the sugar and farting out gas, which is going to make the bread fluffy. All right. So I'm going to take this dough ball and I'm just going to plop it in here. As much of this off my hands as possible. And let me just taste the dough. Tastes good. All right, so there's my dough ball. And so can you guys take a screenshot of that? Let's just look at the size right now. Someone do that. Someone take a screenshot. And so I'm going to cover it with a paper towel, someplace warm, because yeast likes warmth. On it in a little bit and see if it gets any bigger. And I just cranked up the thermostat. All right. So how long to rest it? Until it puffs up enough where I'm happy with it. All right, so now I'm going to put this stuff away, and I'm going to make my my marinade. You can marinate chicken with this marinade. You can marinate beef with this. It's excellent. All right. So here's how I do my marinade. I get a bowl or a plate. I get a plastic baggie, and I put it on the plate. And I just dump all the ingredients into the plastic baggie. Now, why do I do that? Why do I have this plate? It's because, and this marinade has oil in it. And so if I don't put a plate underneath, it gets oil everywhere. Okay. So I'm just at the side, grab a cutting board, and grab a knife. Oh, Bug has figured out that I'm cooking. He's watching me now. So for this marinade, this is a citrus marinade, so I'm going to take maybe 3 oranges. Rinsed them off. I'm going to juice these oranges, so I'm kind of like pre-squishing them. Now take the bag, squeeze the juice in. You can use Bug is going to get some of this food. So I'm just going to toss these because I have plenty of oranges, but you can use the zest to flavor things. So like I would use the zest in a cocktail or something like that. By the way, did you notice my science apron? It's a science apron. My brother has an apron. My brother is a accountant, and his apron says "cook in the books." All right. Do the last orange here. Then I'm going to move on to some limes. There's no set rule how many oranges you should put in, how many oranges you should juice, or how many limes. It's up to you. Just do it by feel. Limes. Again, squish them before you cut them. Makes it easier to juice. Is this relaxing for you guys? I hope it's relaxing to watch this. I wonder if my mom's watching. These limes don't have very much juice in them. Oh, that one did. All right. So let's see, what else am I going to put in here? So I've got some, this is a Serrano chili. I'm going to put a Serrano chili in there. So I'm not going to put the seeds in. What the hell? I'll put the seeds in. I don't care. Oh, did I just say a bad word? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. So important when you're cutting things, you always want to curl your fingers back and cut like this. Less chance of cutting yourself. So that's a chopped up Serrano chili. It's going in. Thought I had a jalapeno back. Refrigerator. This half looks not going to use. So just dice. Like that. Throw it in. This is the next ingredient. This is a really important ingredient for this marinade, which is cilantro. I love the smell of cilantro. It's one of my favorite smells. Okay. So here's my cilantro. Let's do a rough chop of the cilantro. And put some garlic in. I hate peeling garlic. I'm going to put 2 cloves of garlic in, I think. Garlic, I always squish it first. Squish it, and then cut the little end piece off, and then it peels pretty easily. Let's see. So I got my garlic peeled. Now I'm going to chop it. Garlic goes in. All right, so those are the main ingredients. All of you have left. Oh, I gotta add some pepper into my marinade. And some salt. Gonna add a lot of salt. And then some olive oil. Trader Joe's olive oil. I don't know, add about half a cup of olive oil. So now I'm going to take my marinade. It's not very mixed up, so I'm just going to mix it all up in the bag. Okay. And so the marinade is pretty much ready. I'm just going to taste it to make sure it doesn't need anything. Got a spoon. Tasty. I think I added too much salt, so I'm going to put more oil in and a little bit more vinegar. Okay. I'm going to see. There is no recipe. All right, that's good. So I got this bag on the plate. Now I got some skirt steak. So I think James might have dropped out, but James, don't look at this part. It's not vegan. So skirt steak, dropping it in. Like I said, you could do chicken as well. So you want to make sure that all the meat surface is coated with marinade. It smells really good in here. Wish you could smell it. So gonna sit. This is going to sit for about, I don't know, maybe 2 hours. So that means that dinner time is about 6 o'clock, and I'll be done cooking it by 7, and then I'll watch Jeopardy probably. So that's going in the refrigerator. It looks pretty good. So meanwhile, the bread dough has been rising. So let's check on that. That takes a while, though. It takes a couple of hours. So it's good. So anyways, I will post the barbecue portion maybe. Just let me know on Discord if you're interested in that. But that's all I have for now. So that's all I have for now. Bye-bye.